Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
Hey guys, Will here. So I've been trying to record some iRacing stuff today. First time since the flood in the studio, and I thought I'd ease back into it. I've actually been pretty sick for the last couple of weeks with COVID as well. I'm recovering from that now, thankfully. But yeah, just had a lot of dizziness and, just really been struggling to get any energy. So I thought I'd ease back into iRacing with some skip barber racing today, and unfortunately just had a really bad run. So a race video didn't actually end up happening, but what actually did end up happening was something that I think is far more interesting and far more valuable to you guys to hopefully learn from. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the last race that I did from the end of lap 3. It was actually a shocker of a race up until this point. Started on 4th on the grid and managed to sort of get pinched on a lot of apexes, probably through a lot of my own mistakes, plus maybe some overly aggressive driving from some other guys. But none of that really matters. What happened was we dropped back to 9th place by this point, and I was starting to sort of try and fight my way back through the field. So we'll pick it up at the end of lap 3, coming into lap 4. You'll see what transpired, and we're going to have a look at the replay and, chat about it, get your thoughts as well. And, yeah, hopefully we're going to learn something today. Whoa.
We've been warned about track limits.
Yeah, okay. Oh, what? Slow down.
Leader has just
That's
done
all right.
150.00. Need to slow down, give back some time. 8th place.
Not going to go for the move, though.
Need to slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty.
Oh, no, what?
On your left.
Give him the place
Hold your
back.
line.
Take the place back, buddy.
Clear left.
Bridges is now in the lead.
Thankfully, it doesn't look like he's got any damage. At least not on my screen. It didn't feel like I was anywhere close to him there. Maybe he braked harder than I did or something. I don't know.
Left side. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Deliberately
Clear
ran me.
left.
Good one. A deliberate takedown. Nice. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Okay, so coming through the last turn of lap 3 now and into the first incident. So looking at the replay, it's very obvious that I ran into the back of him, and you'll see this in just a moment. So I felt like it was a netcode thing at the time. Like, I just didn't see, it just didn't feel like he was that close to me. But clearly there you can see he braked a little earlier than I did, and I just ran clean up the back of him. Now I knew, even though I thought it might have been a netcode thing, I knew that it absolutely wasn't his fault, and that was the reason why I gave the place back. I knew either it was my fault or it was a netcode thing, but either way I was, the closing distance was quite great. So decided to give the position back to him, 100% on me, happy to take that 100%. So this is where things start to get a little bit spicy. So I'm sort of having a look here, wanting to stay on the back of him here. Remembering again, I had dropped from 4th down to 9th, so I was trying to get some positions back by this point. Wasn't being overly aggressive or anything, but did want to sort of catch back up to that group that we dropped off the back of, thanks to that incident with my little mistake there. So had a good run here and managed to sneak down the inside. Everything's fine, everything's absolutely clean. And then this is where the drama happens. So he swoops across, kind of weaves into me, hits me again, and then, yeah, I mean, when I was riding on board there, that 100% looked to me, looking in my side screen. Remember that I have a wider field of view than you guys do watching the video back. It's kind of cropped in. So I could see him kind of going like that into the side of me, and I was right up against the edge of the track. So let's just watch it from my perspective again first. So if I now move that perspective across a little bit so you're seeing the side, and let's have a look at it from that perspective. So hit go, and you'll see he comes across again, and then hits me. So, I mean, to me, that seemed like a deliberate takedown at the time. From, you know, and again, when I watched the replay back as well from that far chase view, it kind of looked the same thing as well. So, I mean, it looks like he's swooping across there and then turns in on me again. And obviously I've got no room on the inside. There's nothing that I can do other than just jamming on the brakes and coming in back behind again. So after getting towed back to the pits, watching that view, I was pretty convinced that that was a deliberate move. It wasn't until later that I went and watched his onboard camera, and that painted a bit of a different perspective. That's what I wanted to share with you now. Okay, so this is riding on board with Mark now, and I'm coming down the inside, overtaking. So here I come through, and this is, if he's running on a single screen here, this is what he would have been seeing. So you can see then, and then we're tangling and we're crashing. So looking at his hand movement specifically there, that's what we're really wanting to focus on. So let's rewind a little bit. So coming into the apex of the turn, and you can see, assuming that he's on a single screen here, and I am making that assumption, I don't know, but you're seeing pretty much the kind of field of view that you would expect to have on a typical single screen view here. And you can see, you can't see me in his mirror. You can see me in the side screen there, but he can't see me at all. So he's come in, seen that I'm there, and you can actually see he's gone away again, and then come in again, and then we've tapped, made contact, and it's all over. Again, you can see he's fighting understeer there. He's kind of making a lot of corrections. Maxed out his steering. And then he's coming across back towards the apex of the next turn. He may not actually know that I'm there at that point. And you can see he corrects out. So we didn't actually touch at that point. He came in and then he did spot me and move back out again. Then he started to come back in again. And that's when we've touched. So why I'm kind of doubting it now, watching that perspective, is because it doesn't look like he's just gone bam across. He's eased across, seen me, corrected, and then started to ease across again, and that's when we've made contact. Now, I was right up against the inside there, so there's no way I could have given him any more room without going onto the grass. But, you know, from that angle, it just doesn't look like a deliberate move, as opposed to the other views where it very much looked like he was just kind of sweeping across into me, you know, trying to force me off the track and trying to cause a collision. So the point I wanted to make here is, you know, it is really important to try and keep you cool in these kinds of situations. I've got a bit of egg on my face now because I actually did send him a private message. Actually, I don't think it was even a private message. I think I wrote in the chat afterwards, you know, nice job with the deliberate takedown after I'd given you the position back. And, you know, my words on the video as well, if I'd done the race, would have been along the same lines. And it wasn't until I actually went back and watched the replay and, you know, a couple of different perspectives on the replay that I realized that in all likelihood, it actually wasn't a deliberate move. It was just one of those things that happens. Now, that is assuming that he didn't know that I was there or that he was on a single screen. If he was on a triple screen, then obviously he would have had more, you know, should have had more spatial awareness and should have known that I was there. Now, I still say that was 100% on him, that last incident there, because I had nowhere to go. I was up on the inside, and if he had a spotter, then he would have known that I was there as well. But it just goes to show that things aren't always as they seem. And I think that the whole online racing scene would be a lot better if people didn't make the mistake that I just made. And, you know, I didn't fly off at the guy. I didn't start swearing or anything like that. I didn't even jump on the radio at all because I've learned to sort of, you know, keep my cool and not react until I've had time to sort of calm down and look at the replay. But I think if everybody took the time to actually, you know, go and look at the replay properly before just kind of yelling and screaming at each other and getting frustrated, then online racing in general would be a lot more fun for everybody. So I just wanted to share that little bit with you guys because I thought it was interesting. Hopefully that's something that people can learn from. So yeah, apologies for that first incident there, Mark, if you are watching. Yeah, it was completely on me that. And, you know, hopefully what happened after that wasn't something deliberate, wasn't some sort of retaliation. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on it. I don't think that it was, looking back at that perspective. And yeah, that's it from me today, guys. So hopefully you've learned something from this little quick video. If you have, leave a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think as well. Am I being too soft here? Do you think it was a deliberate thing? Or, yeah, do you think I was overreacting in the first instance? So let me know in the comments down below. That's it for today, guys. So I will see you again very soon. Bye.